brought out a set of 16 postcards on Maunadi, and 8 of the photographs are by our best photographer friend, who is an integral part of Cuttack as well. Kishore Bey. Unfortunately, he is not here today with us, but he certainly deserves our congratulations. And the report will be available after it has published. Now it is not available, but the chairman of Cuttack was here yesterday. And so this is a sort of good news. And then uh, I would like to announce something about which the details will be given by uh, Sanu. He is here. I think he will be joining us soon. So he will be announcing about the launch of a heritage library. We are planning to have a heritage library here in the building itself. He will come and maybe take us around and introduce to the council. Then introducing today's speaker is a very difficult thing for me, because I know him for so long and from so close quarters that it is always difficult to introduce someone who you have almost taken for granted. He is like an elder brother to me, and he is Professor Chinmoy Jena, and we call him Chinmoy. Even when he was teaching us, we used to call him that, Chinmoy. And Ashok knows, and others of course know, that he used to be friendly with all the students, not only me. Of course, I have a personal relationship with him, spent over about that, I think at least 40 years. So that's a different story, but he is, you can say, a polymath of sorts. He was teaching English language and literature in different colleges of Odisha, including Ravenshaw University. And he is a cricketer, completely different from others, because cricket is incidentally in his DNA. All the brothers, Jena brothers, used to play cricket and have secured that places in the history of cricket of Odisha and you can say India. Uh, Apart from being a player, he has been associated with the grooming of cricket players, not only players, cricket players, coaches, and now he is selecting the selectors. So you can imagine his involvement with cricket and his love for cricket. The next thing about him, which is very striking and there in the topic itself, is Cuttack. He is very much in love with Cuttack, and again the same problem when you get closer to Cuttack and very close to Cuttack, you develop a complex set of emotions which are very difficult to put a finger on and describe as like this. But he has managed to do that quite well in his poems. His poems talk about his personal life, and his poems also talk about the city where he has spent most of his life, that is Cuttack. So that is another addition to his personality, another facet of his personality. And as I have already mentioned it in the post itself about this, it is about Khati. He is a very reluctant poet in the sense that he writes poetry, but he is not interested in publishing his poetry. Just a couple of years back, his first collection was published after lots of persuasion and prodding and prodding. And as you can imagine, his creativity from the title itself, white addition, black total. And in this collection, he has talked about his personal experiences and his place which he is in love with, that is Cuttack. So it's just a pleasure to have him with us, and it's an honor also because he has got a string of achievements to his credit, and it's definitely we shall look forward to some interesting insights into cricket, literature, poetry, and
Cuttack. So I welcome him with these words. And if I start talking about him, I can talk about him for quite some time. In fact, the anthology, his first anthology, also has an interview with him, which was incidentally conducted by me. So it was there. So we know each other quite well, and at a very personal level, and also at a different level, because we share the love for literature and poetry, especially. So I'd like to request him to come to the dais and deliver his talk. Professor Chinmoy Jena.
Thank you, Deepak. I don't know where to start, but you asked me to read one of my poems which was published in my first anthology, which I am going to read. Very reluctantly, of course. And the first, this was written in the 1970s, when the situation in Cuttack was different. People were shy, people were not willing to come out of their shells. And people who were rather, would prefer to be backward rather than we venture forward. So this is a poem on a Saturday afternoon. This was published in Indian PEM 1975. Saturday afternoon, whether the sun waves or an occasional shower cools the environment of Cuttack. Anxiety lurks in the hearts of lovers who neither walk hand in hand in the sun nor embrace in the rain. They have their love gardens in humid darkness of cinema halls during matinee shows, or whisper hastily into the telephone. Today, the beloved's voice shall not reach the timid lover's ears, for father is at home. Here, as elsewhere, the story is the same. The vexing suspension between the shame of remaining backward and the fear of going forward. Now, since we come into the main topic, my involvement with cricket goes back to 1962. And there, with the first time I played league cricket for one Sunrise club, which belongs to Chhatrapati. Our secretary was had a vegetable godown, and he made sure that all of us were fed properly. While members of the other clubs, they were rather poor because they fed very badly. For lunch, they had only bread and almond. We had sumptuous lunch because the secretary didn't have to do much or spend anything. He just went around Chhatrapati, collected the vegetables, got a cook, and actually threatened them to cook it before 11 o'clock and take it to us. So everything was done, collected from the bazaar itself, so we didn't have any problems. Initially, Patnaik League, I played for Sunrise all through my life. That is the only club I played, which had some stalwarts. My brothers were there. Madan Mahanti was there. S.S. Misra, the legendary wicketkeeper. Kuda Misra, he was there. Even great players like, personalities like L.I. Parija, Barbhaji Patnaik, Sasanga Patnaik, S.K. Prasad, they all used to play for our club. It was a pleasure rubbing shoulders with them. There were Dhawan brothers were there. Dhawan, if you remember, Dhawan brothers of Mahatma. Does anyone remember? The steel business they had, Mahatma. Now they have, of course, shifted to Bhubaneswar. Everything has gone to Bhubaneswar. So, it seems as we find that it was the grounds were coming from east. It was Revolution ground first, SCB Medical College, engineering or both, Bharat Stadium. Then, I would like to ask all of us, since all of you are lovers of heritage and Cuttack city, why was Satyabrata Stadium called the village ground? I would like, all of you, I would like to know why it was called village ground initially. Later it was named as Satyabrata Stadium. So I would like to know that if you can venture into some investigation. Then Sunshine Field, then of course came later a tournament started called Chintamani Trophy. And that was the biggest trophy in Cuttack. It was as tall as me. And the owner was actually the man who organized the whole thing was Chintamani Sahu and Nityananda Sahu Chodriwala, Sadi and Dhoti shops. There he was their grandson and son respectively. So he said in honor of Chintamani Sahu, my grandfather, I will institute this cup. And it was the biggest cup in the town. It was played when you come down from the Taradonda Canal Bridge towards the OMP Square. On the left there were railway quarters, if you remember. Those of you who remember previously. Now everything is gone. There was, as you came down from OMP Square, in the 70s it was there. On the left it was there, and a small ground, but match was played with great gusto. That was the last tournament which was played down the year. And some of the main clubs actually were Bajar or Sahi based. They were not fancy clubs like as we have now. They were based in bazaars. For example, Rovers was of course Rover Street. Sunrise Club was Chowk Bazaar. Town Club was near the municipal office. ACC that belongs to nowhere. Revolution. These were the founder members of OCA. Then came Sunshine Club, Bakrabad, Jayadurga Club, Chaudhary Bazaar, Rising Star, Balu Bazaar, Royal Club, near Station Bazaar, and there was the office team, LIC. State Bank came much later. And they used to play, because just for to keep the affiliation going, we were the founding members, and similarly when the BCCI appointed the Lodha committee, they recommended that all the university, all India university teams may lose voting rights. This question had come up, that whether Revansha would continue to be an affiliated unit or not. But it was contested on the ground that Revansha was a founding member, so OCA should be. Now coming to the tournaments, when the matches should start, first it was the inter-district, followed by inter-college, then inter-school. All of us participated in, and you may not believe it, and nowadays even Ranji Trophy matches are not allowed to be held in Barbat Stadium, but inter-school tournaments were held in Barbat Stadium. Bharat Bahanti, sorry to say, he could accommodate everyone. All the matches should go on. It should be every day I will come and see some match. Be it inter school to Ranji Player. Any match. So throughout the year we had matches. And one of the advantages of having playing in Barbari Stadium was Bhagababu had managed to weed away, rather, Krishna Mari, the Krishna Raut, K.C. Raut. He was the first curator of Barbari Stadium, and the first breed that was created by him. From Eden Gardens to Barbari. He was the man who managed everything. I think his son is now there, Achyuta. But Krishna was in a class, league of his own. This is our finding. And then came the Cuttack League. This was the cream. This was the cream tournament. The side people would come, cheering for their side. And we used to be fed, as I have already told you, sumptuous. No team had such tasty lunch as we did. And thanks to our Secretary Vikari General Kalia, he is no more, that this was possible, and we played. All the players, they were fed well, they were attired well, and there was, of course, the tie-up with Ravenshaw College. Jagataranda Das was our PTI, legendary character. He used to give the kit and one ball from Ravenshaw College. In lieu of that, throughout the year, he got free vegetables. You see, that was the arrangement. That is how cricket was played in the inter-club tournaments. And one more thing, it was decided unanimously that if at all your people come, you should sit in different galleries, 1 and 2. Only 1 and 2 galleries were there because was it called now the present 6, 7, or later it became 3 and 4. Nothing was there. So it was covered with a tin fence, entire thing, from the pavilion to the gatehouse or horse gate as you call them. Everything was covered with a tin fence. And there was no tennis court also. Empty space, and there used to be an annual match between Cuttack 1 and 2. And you decide whether you play for Cuttack 1 or Cuttack 2. The choice was the players. So most of us, we belong to Cuttack 2 because we lived beyond Osioza. And to those who lived this side, they played for Cuttack 1. They were the privileged ones. But we didn't have that much money, and we preferred to play for Cuttack 2. That was the annual match. And when there was no time for it, it was played in July, and in heavy rain also, the match continued. But we played. That was not the problem. The second thing I would like to say is one thing, all the time, this is the time when it was the peak of season. But you see, there is not a single match going on in Cuttack. But those times, not a single ground was empty. Some match or the other would be going on. And we always played throughout the year. Sometimes main cricketers will not be available, so that if you have met Mr. Madan Mahanti, Madan Mahanti, he would say, Dhikamai, our secretary, Thoda pindi ke aise. Thank you. Now, I'm sure tonight, come करेंगे अरे धोती कुर्ता पहनेंगे मैं धोती तो पहनूंगी पायजामा कुर्ता पहनेंगे why because he would go away in the middle and Bikabai will feel full as did Dwelter. So this was the reason. I think Deepak should be knowing. You do the of Rover's Club. Does anyone remember him? One man show he was. He had nothing but devoted all his time Rovers Club. And these are the people who made Cuttack cricket possible. And despite all his failings, I must say that our PTI Jagadananda Das, he supported lots of teams and they were allowed to exist. And then one thing I would like to say. Bhubaneswar, I have played for Bhubaneswar 1 year. Bhubaneswar did not have a single field of their own. People now won't believe it. We have got Kalinga Stadium, the World Cup is going on. But a time was there when there was not a single field available in Bhubaneswar. There was Chief Engineer, Mr. Mustaq Ali. She just retired. She is state cricket. She really told us that, okay, we will do something. We'll roll a part of the forest park and make it, prepare a pitch there, and you go and have your practice. That is how my boys, my students from BJP college, now a top coach, of course, Kishore Mania. He and I, we used to go along with the students and roll the entire forest park area. There's so much of park, actually, real park because now I don't think there is any space. So we used to roll it and made it possible for us to play with matches or practice it. At least practice should be done there. And then we came to Cuttack. And when we came to Cuttack, the youngest Mansoor Ali brother, he was the captain. My brother and I, we played as test players. And that was the time when I played for Ranji Trophy. For 2 hours I will bowl and bowl and bowl. And one day we were playing in village ground, the Satyavrata Stadium. From nowhere, I found someone found Bhairav Babu sitting among the spectators. Why? He said, I took my 7th wicket. Then he said, is he in the team? In the Ranji team? No, why? I'm watching him take 7 wickets alone. But he is not in the team. 30 minutes. That was done. That is the way things function. That is the way of an administrator. That why wasn't he included? And when I came, unfortunately, I was asked to bat, not bowl. So that is how life goes on. And now I will talk to Cuttack. What shall I say? I have said all over, from Kapuria, Raya Bazaar, Sutahat, Ranihat, then the Chandi Mandir, behind Chandi Mandir, Christian side, and then finally, the city. I've stayed everywhere. And everywhere I find, the spirit more or less has been the same. During the COVID lockdown, we never faced a single day's problem. Even my barber, he dogged everyone, the law, and released me and cut my hair. They will just do it for you. They will do it for you, Cuttack. People of Cuttack. That is why I have not been able to live elsewhere. No more. 11 years I served in BJP college in 3 stints. But I could never stay there. I would commute. Cuttack always attracted me. If you don't have money, it doesn't matter. Things will be looked after. That is how I grew up seeing Cuttack, watching Cuttack, thinking that everybody was looking at me. That everybody is trying to help me out. There is not a day's problem you can face. There is the lack of indifference. The lack of indifference has made Cuttack so close to us. And now, I see a lot of things changing. Things are going, even you have shifted to Bhubaneswar. And things are changing. And people are leaving this place. And naturally, because with the old category is slowly disappearing. But the real people of Cuttack have not left. We lived, we lived in grind, and we lived in the sadness of losing everything. But we have not lost our sense of humor, our sense of belonging, our sense of love for the city. And finally, I would like to say something. Just before COVID lockdown, when the immersion, that is, Osani was held, one OTV reporter interviewed the Sahib, the chief of the Sahib Chakravarti. He asked him, "Aya, କହିବେ କି ନା କଣ? ଆଖି ଟିକେ ନାଲି ଦିଶୁଛି। ଗୋଟେ କଥା କହିବି କି ନା କଣ? ନା କେମିତି ଭସାଣି କେମିତି ହେଲା? ବଢିଆ। ଆଉ ସେ ଜିନିଷ କଲା ତାପରେ ଏ ଶାନ୍ତି ଶୃଙ୍ଖଳା ସହିତ ହେଇଗଲା ପୁରା ବଢିଆ। ଆଉ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ପିଲାମାନେ ନାଚିଲେ ଗାଇଲେ ଚାରିପଟେ ଗୀତ ନାଚ ଏରା ସବୁ କେମିତି ଲାଗିଲା ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ? ଚୋଖା। ଆଉ ନା ଏଇ ପ୍ରଶାସନ ଟିକେ ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ ପ୍ରଶାସନ ମାନେ ଏଇ ଆମ କଲେକ୍ଟର ବୁଝାବୁଝି କଲେ ସେ କେମିତିଆ ଖୁବ ବଢିଆ। ପୁଲିସ ବନ୍ଦୋବସ୍ତ କେମିତି ଥିଲା? ନା ଆହୁରି ବଢିଆ। ତାପରେ ରିପୋର୍ଟର ପାଖରେ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ he didn't know where to go, what to ask. So that is in, if I sum it up, what I feel about Cuttack, that is Badhiya. Everything from top to bottom. The degree varies, but this is Badhiya. That will never change till I leave. That is how I had fallen in love with the city because I stayed here and studied here from small school to Ravenshaw, played in the Ravenshaw field, and I remember how I was the instrumental, rather say I was the vice president of Ravenshaw College, Ravenshaw University Athletic Club, as well as the Odisha Cricket Association. So the first time BCCI gave an infrastructure development, we got 1 crore and 35 lakhs. The entire ground was relayed. Can you imagine? 4 feet was dug up. The soil went to the river. From the river, the soil was brought to the field and it was filled up. Now new grass, that is called the West Indian variety. We sowed and waited. It was over in June. The work was over. We left it to the rains to do the job. The batting wicket instituted tough wickets, 6 wickets, practice wickets, everything. 13 acres of land, the entire field was needed. And that is my biggest satisfaction. However, what happened was the other institutes followed. Engineering school, SCP Medical College, Nimpur ground came up, Dreams. Then all the grounds were renovated like ours. A pavilion was there. No more sitting under the tree to have lunch. So a pavilion was built. So everything was there. And now I find 2 of the iconic fields, Bose ground, engineering school ground, and SCP Medical College ground have been raised to the ground. They are no more there. You won't find them anywhere. All these crores of rupees have gone down the drain. Just to beautify the city. So I hope something comes up when I will, because they were asked, what about the alternative? What about the SCB Medical College students? We will just go to play in Patnaik. Of cities. Okay, kilometers. From 500 to 5 kilometers, we have to go. This is the state of the affairs in the sporting hub of India. That's what's called Bhubaneswar will become the sporting hub. And two major objections of mine is why have you shifted everything to a place where people show least interest? Here, people have died for them, but we have not got anything. Not a single astroturf has been laid. And when will the people play hockey? I think some of the Cuttack heritage group members have posted science seminary school photos. Now, where will they live? On the grass, on the sand fields? Where will they live? That is my question. How can you create hockey fever? I'm rather pessimistic maybe and growing old, but I feel that this dream of the present authorities, administrators, will not be fulfilled. That's what I feel. And it hurts that so many things have been shifted from Cuttack to Bhubaneswar. Good, fine. I have nothing to say, but where is the alternative? Give me one decent field in there, and I will be happy. We have already destroyed 3 grounds in Cuttack. Full-fledged grounds. Grounds which we remember since childhood days. They are no more. This is all. I hope in future we will come up with something. I hope there is space enough in those issues to have fields. And maybe Cuttack, some proportions of Cuttack will be restored. That is my prayer. Thank you. Any questions, please? From 62 to 22, almost 60 years. Is that correct?
So one thing. My boss is not.
अरे कौन है सब सबका बना है सबका
Hello. Sir, one thing, you told that everything is shifted from Cuttack to Bhubaneswar, capital. We people are, I'm in Cuttack 40 years or more. Ground of Revensa. But till date, Revensa ground has not developed to that scale, which we could proud of that this is the ground of our city. Apart from it, what is the problem? I am talking of the Revensa course.
Have you gone to Revensa field?
Yes, yes. Recently, I am working on a project on Patnaik. Recently, I visited 2 matches going on in 2 separate fields. But the main no development because the ground is okay, the area is okay, but the atmosphere, the exact technicalities of the pitch, you know better. But the ground is not that green or like here.
The greenery comes just after monsoon. Then slowly after wear is there, the greenery wears off.
Like it should be also the
I also feel that
it should be also real like the Varavati Stadium.
because
You have to maintain because in Revensa is a small institute. It's a world-class institute and one of the oldest institute in the country. It should have the best field in the state.
true. One thing I will talk to the It is not being watered properly. One of the major problems is manpower. And if the ground, the field is being watered properly. Because I used to see, oversee, before every important match, just after this was completed, the renovation was done, we stayed, there was a trophy. All the, except 12, 14 players of India, all of them came, including Virat Kohli was there. He was just coming up. Kohli had come. RP Singh had come. Ashwin had come. Wasim Jafar was there, captain of the zone. Rahane was there. Pujara was there. One of them had played. Ganguly said, Saurabh Ganguly was dropped. He retired from test matches, then played for Bengal in one-day tournaments. That is called Vijay Trophy. So I asked him, what do you think of the field? Actually, his certificate was more important than what others feel. He said, one thing, maybe Barabari Stadium has got a better outfield, but our pitch was the best in Odisha. Because our pitch was made actually overseen by Praveen Mukherjee. He was the BCCI curator for East June. And he said, he told me one thing, you hold the ball here, drop it. Don't throw, just drop it. And see how it rises, how much it rises. About 1 or 1.5 feet, it went up. He said, that should be the height, ideal height. So that it will be helpful both to the batsman and the bowler. So this is how we meticulously went about it. We had to, let's say, make borrow steal. We had to do it.
No, actually, you see, sir, I attend to games. They have this small field, but well planned and also well decorated with all facilities. But that because it is a private institute, they have the funding capacity or whatever may you say. But here, what is the problem? I used to go there for frequently, Revensa College, but no development. Yes, I agree with you regarding the beach. So it's okay.
No, but I understand your problem. I mean, your point of view is why it should be greener, more grass and outfields.
I saw some sort of sitting arrangement for the pavilion. The pavilion is not in use since so many years. That is the problem.
I will just narrate something here. Our plan was the football field and the cricket field. The gallery should be, the pavilion should be there. And there onwards, the gallery should be built. Our Vice Chancellor said, no, we should have the pavilion there. So entire thing was changed, destroyed almost. Because had the pavilion been between the cricket and football fields, then there would have been space for galleries. Now what happens here is in March, cricket season extends till March. So when the sun comes up, after around 1:30 or so, the sun directly falls onto the face of the people sitting inside. This is one drawback, I must admit, but I was helpless. Actually, pavilions, gallery, all these things should have been planned before. And I did plan. But that OCA settlement was not going to pay for that. The university should have done it. But they didn't.
I don't think for policy is a constraint. I don't think in Revensa University.
The will to do. The will to do.
Yes.
Something. When you are more occupied, preoccupied with students, what admission? There were 30 or 46% of the seats were vacant in Revensa University. Can you imagine? Even during our days, younger days, you see it is full, always.
Any other question?
Sir, why was it called village ground?
That is what I want to find out. Always, when the fixtures were prepared, it was written village ground. I tried to trace it. Now, what possible? Was there a village somewhere? That is why I would ask our members to know so much. Why was it called village ground? Was there a village adjacent to the Barbary court? Because this is the best group to find out. Heritage.
Was it the national games which happened in the village?
Many things have taken place. So why it was called village?
What is it the sports village for it when people stayed there?
Could be. But I mean, purely, I think we are purely surmising. Let us, what is the truth? Was there a village attached to the court? That's what I would like to know. Authentic, something authentic.
Might be village like Salon told, like the sports village, like in Asian village. Something might be any big event was there in.
No, before that. I am talking of 1960s. National Games took place much later, and it was held in Barbary.
Maybe because Vidanasi village was very near.
No.
And children from all the, Ramagad also used to be treated as a village.
I do.
So maybe, that's why I said maybe, I don't know. There is no evidence so far I have come across, no mention of it anywhere.
Because there was a moat.
Yeah.
You can't deny, we can't deny that. The moat was there. So was there enough space or was it where Satyavrata Stadium now stands? Was it a village?
No question of.
So that's what I want to find out. Why village?
So far there is no convincing.
So ask any old timer like me.
Yeah.
They would say, which ground? Satyavrata. They would say, what Satyavrata? They would say village ground. And even in fixture, official fixture, it was mentioned village ground.
Any other question?
Sir, the ground which was demolished by the government for SCB medical expansion, you said that it's a both ground. My childhood time, while I used to play cricket, so it was Union Sporting Club. Sir, when it was established?
Union Sporting. That was there.
Near, besides the Bose ground.
Actually, Bose ground was there. They developed it. Initially, Union Sporting developed the ground. Like SCB Medical Ground was looked after by the Vishnu Bharati.
Yes, sir.
These small clubs actually managed to maintain them. Actually, what we have not done justice. And now, where will the boys go to play? All gone. Gone with the wind.
It was my childhood playground.
Yes, I played there.
Now it has not there.
Now it's not completely demolished by the government
Yes,
for medical expansion. Sir.
I played my first match there.
Union Sporting Club.
Yes, Union Sporting. So,
Thank you, sir.
it hurts so much now. It hurts so much that both the grounds are gone. And we go to Manapur, what happened?
So when was Maruti Stadium started?
70s.
Maruti Stadium.
60s. Barot Stadium. Year, I think 60s.
That 49 there, plan, then it
No,
was.
that ground was, the stadium was constructed much later. I think in this.
So actually, with the help of the police conducted some boxing matches, and raised money. Then came the Barbary raffle. Raffle, of course, that helped raising money.
Exact dates are available in that.
लॉटरी करते
Lottery ta raffle.
भैरव महांतीଙ୍କର कंट्रीब्यूशन हम तो सुनिଛୁ ତ ତାଙ୍କୁ ଯେତିକି ସମ୍ମାନ ଦବା କଥା ଆମେ ଏବେ ଦଉନୁ ଭୈରବ ମହାନ୍ତି
କିଛି ଦିଆନି. I have shouted myself boards in the meetings that on a single trophy, convert one of the trophies in the name of Bhairav. Nothing is done. Not a bust is there.
ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ଗୋଟେ
ये कौन सा है ठीक है कुछ
ଗୋଟେ ଛୋଟିଆ ଅଛି ଲୁଚିକି ଅଛି
ଅଛି
ଲୁଚିକି
ଗୋଟେ
ଅଛି
ଏ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ସେ ଇଏ ଗେଟ୍ ପାଖରେ ଗଲେ
it is
Club house,
Deepak so that's over there first page here this was the letter I discovered after going through hundreds of documents I was telling you please can you show this is the thing I found out why does one go to the Khina because I want a photograph and then his handwritten letter. Then only I will allow you to have lunch. Okay, dinner sara contribution dille. I dedicated this page when I edited this whole video. The story of Baravati Stadium is a part of the story of my life. To me, Baravati Stadium is not merely an edifice of brick and mortar. To me, it's a movement that has placed little known Odisha in the sports map of India. This year. And I dug it out. And finally, the photograph. And for the first time, someone honored him by placing him in the first page. This is how we have treated our heroes. Very badly. Impossible.
Sir, say something, your experience as a scorer.
Yes. Yes, that is fine. I was there, scorer. Yeah. So one, it was an experience I first started in 83, 84. It was Dulip Trophy. The match was played between East Zone and North Zone. North Zone had players like Kapil Dev, Madan Lal, Maninder Singh, all the World Cup players, stars were there. So that was an experience I will never forget. How they bundled East Zone out and how they lost. Then the gradual operate. The worst thing was I experienced was when overnight I went to collect my pass. So the station director told me that Mr. Jena, I have changed my plans. I mean, what? You have changed your scorer? No. I have not changed the scorer, but I have changed my plans. You will be assisting the Caribbean Broadcasting Union. It was the match between India and West Indies, 1994, I think November. I didn't know what to do. I had prepared for the Indian scorecard and all that, and the records were there. I waited at 8:30. I waited. At 8:30 arrived Tony Cozier, followed by Michael Holding, then Charlie Davis, then Brett Scully. I was height of winter, I was virtually sweating. How to cope with these people? But Tony Cozier introduced himself, extremely polite man. He said, look, nothing, don't worry, just score. Just score as you like. Yes, I said, if you need some statistics, I had collected all these things. Then Cozier himself started from 1956, because I was watching the match. I kept everything down. 1956 he had been watching cricket, and he has all the records by heart, almost. And that actually I felt so simple. And it was an experience, a learning experience. I knew everything about world cricket. I knew everything about world cricket that one day of my life. And it was an experience at the end of the day play. And the guest commentator was Harsha Bhogle. Now he is at the top. Now he was the guest commentator. He was on trial. And Tony Cozier and Michael Holding intermittently go to the ESPN box and then come back to their Caribbean Broadcasting Union box. So they would alternate between the two. And in between, Harsha Bhogle came in. Harsha Bhogle was full of superlatives. He said, Didn't first it was batting was Lara. Didn't Lara score brilliant knock, outstanding knock. Michael wrote himself. Sorry, Tony Cozier said he had no business to get out. You are batting on 89, 40th over, and you still got 10 overs to play, and you go and swing widely against a bowler like Anil Kumble. You naturally be bowled, that is irresponsible. That's how they take right. When Indian innings started, again Harsha Bhogle came. That was that time it was like a holding. He said, Sunil Tendulkar, that is superb innings. I have seen that very holding is a very dry man. I said, okay. I have seen Sachin play much better knocks than this. He was scratching around. Jadeja is batting much better. And Jadeja went on to score a century. And they won. This was the experience of my life as a scorer. The second experience was India and Zimbabwe. We played here. The scorer, official scorer, was a man who used to keep the balls, extra balls. And intermittently in front of gallery 3, there's a drain, the ball would go in, become wet, and they would dry it. And sometimes the ball would be replaced. And here it was the Jadeja and Azharuddin both score hundreds. Hitting them out of the place. 3 for 37, but they added 200 and some odd runs. It's a world record still, one day record. And what happened was, in between, about 200 something India there, the ball went into the drain. So the official scorer, come ball keeper, come. He used to feed the energy drinks also. Everything was under him. So he went up and said, he told his assistant, ଯେତେ ସମୟ ଜିପି ବଲ୍ ପକାଇବ ତୁ ଯେତେଟା ବଲ୍ ବୋଲିଂ ହବ ତାକୁ ଭାଗ କରିବୁ ଜାଡେଜାକୁ 6ଟା ଅଜହରୁଦ୍ଦିନକୁ 6ଟା ସେ ପିଲା ବୁଝିଗଲା ତା ଭିତରେ କ'ଣ ହେଇଛି just after that Azhar got 100. According to my calculation, it was 99. Electronic scoreboard, it was a clubhouse of computer. That also scored 99. So Azharuddin looked at the official scoreboard and raised his bat. So Jadeja pointed out. Unfortunately for the poor fellow, Ian Chattel was on air. He said, what the hell is going on? The whole world must be hearing what he was saying. What the hell is going on? One said 99, one said 100. Now, what to do? I said, keep quiet. I told the commentators, you keep just quiet. Let it sort it out. It took 5 minutes to sort it out. Actually, there were 2, which he divided. 2 runs, he divided 1 each. So this was one of the things that I remember. I have gone to a lot of places also because I was very faithful to All India Radio. I declined to join Doordarshan because they had given me the first break. So I refused to leave schooling. So they used to send me. I have gone to Baripada, Baleswar, Sambalpur, Raurkela, then Barampur. And also there is a place between Khurda and Bhubaneswar. The tournament is called Giddy Cup. All kinds of village people come and watch the game, and one of them climbed up to the stage and was sitting. He said, "Do you score all the time?" I said, "Yes." The teachers. Now what do I do? But the match is going on. How do I teach you? Tell us how you score the 4s, the 6s, and wickets, everything. I said during lunch, so my lunch was gone. The entire lunch time I did this. And my last scoring assignment for AIR was the match between New Zealand and India, 2003, 6 November 2003. First time after the floodlights were installed. And that was a traumatic experience, very long story. And I have written about it last time. How I had to hide from, I was the team in charge, that's in charge of the Indian team. And after everything was done over, John Wright, the coach, wanted that the boundary rope should be extended. Surprise. I said, why? So the Sarat Sahu is the present curator. He said, Sarat, the coach. That means he was playing an extra spinner. So Sumit Bose was there. He was there. He said, Kumble is injured. But how do you have a power? Kumble injured. The who will go? This was a Bahut. Sairaj Bahut to level. See Bahut to level. Tendulkar ଆଉ ଇଏ ମିଶିକି ବାକି 5 ଓଭର ସେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମତେ ଖୋଜିଲା ସୁମିତ ବୋଷ କହିଲା ତୁ ଗୋଟେ କାମ କରିବୁ କାଲି ମ୍ୟାଚ୍ ବେଳକୁ ଆସିବ କହିଲା ରୋପ୍ ଫଟାଉ ଜମା ଘୁଞ୍ଚି କରି ରୋପ୍ ଯୋଉଠି ଅଛି ସେଇଠି ଅଛି 75 yards ଆଉ କେତେ ବଡ ଦିଆ ୱାନ୍ ଡେ ମ୍ୟାଚ୍ ଆଜିକାଲି ତ 50 ଗଜ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ଆମେ 75 yards କରିଛୁ ତାପରେ ଆହୁରି କେତେ କିଏ କରିବୁ ତାପରେ ଶରତ କହିଲା ଏଠି ଭେରି ସ୍ଲିପରୀ ସେଠି at the edge of the side screen ତମେ ଗୋଡ଼ ଖସିଗଲା ଫିଟ୍ କଲା ବେଳକୁ serious side injury might take place. So it has gone to me. Dravid captain. Excuse me. Minute guideline. Say that I said, please try to understand the problem. Your safety of the players. You are the captain. You should try to understand. He said, I know, but John. I said, I don't know. I want to just, I'm using common sense. What to do? So, we post kaya so, kali dekha doongi, schooling cha achi tabu na. Chup ke aasi, passport badi. 12:30 re asibe, dressing room ku, tanko dressing room upare tabu scoring box. Chup ki pachadi jibu, adu asibe dal pachade. ठीक 8:30 को आसिलुनी एनो आई वेंट टू स्टेशन डायरेक्टर टोल्ड हिम इट्टी अप कौन करी एंटायर डे इवनिंग वो रुचि रही आई हैड टू अवॉइड द इंडियन टीम ड्रेसिंग रूम अब whenever John Wright came out to inspect the lights and all that would have been there had no option you know what to better it would be better to be safe. That was my last assignment as a scorer after about 100 matches for a year. So that I won the international league test. After Ranji, one day, local domestic one day, Biju, Biju tournaments, Vijay Harari Trophy, Secretary Trophy, all these things. Yes, so basically 100 matches for it. Had to have time of it. Last match about day chale, All India panel ko chali. So they gave me Champions Trophy in 2006, which was played in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Jaipur. I was already a vice president in Polytechnic. So I stayed away. That was my last.
So, an extraordinary scorecard, we must say, Professor Chinmoy has, and it's a wonderful trip down the memory lane so far, and totally his own personal experiences, and he took us around what we call in Odia, Ban Bajar Tapangari Katakara, हमको आराम से बुले देंगे छोटा बिल्ला तो आराम करें विभिन्न साई क्लब और नैने रखा तो मु वर्तमान अनुरोध करी मोर अनुज सान भाई सानो जहाँ पाई आम एकाठी असुविधा हुए ये गोटे वेन्यू पाइबा सी बारंबार तांकर जेनरसिटी जैसे हमको बारंबार ये हम CSW Khati host करिया को अलाउ करछन्ते एंड एज आई टोल्ड यू इट्स अ वेरी prime property and heritage property, so that's an extra. So more thankful request for you just to formally propose a vote of thanks. Though this is an informal gathering, and after that we'll go around and have a look at the venue where we propose to have a heritage library soon. Son, please.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be part of the audience, and of course, I won't say I'm the official host. We are all hosting this as part of our Cuttack walks. Thank you sir, so much, Professor Chinmoy. It was absolutely enthralling to see you and hear you live. Of course, we have a live audience also on YouTube who have heard. It's a great pleasure. I'm of course sorry that Cuttack Saita, with all the intakes also come the mosquitoes. So hopefully they're going to come down someday. So I think we should have a session with the CNC once and have a discussion on the mosquitoes. Thank you everybody for being here. I'm sure this was a busy evening and still we have a good turnout. We'll keep on doing this. Of course, Deepak Bhai, as usual with his energy and interest, has that team of kept this thing going. And it's a standalone organization, and that's what we are proud of. Thank you.
Deepak,